Martin Bakole. Efe, the silent ruler Ajagba.
Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
That last fight, once he gets hit by that Ajagba right hand, which is, you don't get too close to Bakole, you're going to be all right.
Bakoli and Ajagba, and you're right, Chris. This feels like one of those, the winner
Don't uppercut with an uppercut.
uppercuts.
Yeah, guys like that, you can just outpoint.
One is how did he bounce back last fight, but it's 15 pounds
Put
heavy.
up behind a patient jab.
Will throw it with both hands.
Long jab, he has that leaner frame to
go, and Bakoli's promoter pawing at the body of Martin
against the ropes right there, but he has the distance
from that second round knockout. I know there was only one punch, there wasn't much, but I go back to that fight against Jared Anderson.
Left move to your right, just do not stand still in front of this guy.
299 pounds. Martin Bakoli lands a big punch and puts Anderson on the dead type fights. This is a quick turnaround. The other of his career. Sergio, both these guys.
On the outside, it's all a jock. There's that soft belly would open up
a blemish off his resume. I'm not so sure
his range in between. Still for a little bit too long. And this one just to land that right hand.
Nice right hand there from Ajagba. As we
that's to have a look around, okay?
Final instructions from Billy Nelson to Martin Bakoli. He just scored a knockout victory. Yeah, it looked like Jared Anderson first round on picking up his activity here in the second round, at least relative news for Ajagba. And if that is the better for Ajagba, as Bakoli
for the right shot, the power shot, and he sets it up with
a jab his way in, touching the body there. Danny Arnold, who also trained Jadeveon Clowney, said that round two begins. Good start to this fight here for Bakoli fight. Have so much power. I'd put Vitaly Klitschko on that list as well. He just gets raises Ajagba to an NFL defensive back. And Chris, as guy, scary guy with power in both hands. Left hook there, caught by the right glove. Round. Martin Bakoli landed one of those of Ajagba. Do it for round two. Back if you'd like as well. Under one platform like DAZN and is brought together like
Ajagba.
Huge right hand there from a loss at the hands of Joseph Parker. It is that same where Bakoli can be dangerous, but it is Ajagba who is owning. Chopping.
Just aim at the chest.
And we ask questions if Ajagba is one of the better jabbers in the heavyweight division. So he's going to be comfortable keeping this fight on the outside. 20 seconds of round three. Bakoli
picking him apart from the outside. Bakoli going around the right hand of Bakoli.
Ajagba is cooking here in round three.
Yep, at the outside, it's his way in. He's going to be at the end of those.
This has been a
He's breaking that distance with that jab, and he's keeping him there just to guide that right hand down the fight. Punches, and it's only going to be a matter of time until he wants to stay off the ropes and keep the fight in the middle of the ring.
To this one, Efe Ajagba and Martin Bakoli. The tempo.
That's the same punch he's been landing. It's a 3-2. He comes from the front door. Going to get on the inside and not really try to double and triple it.
Another pull counter right hand there.
By the sharper puncher in Ajagba. He moves off the ropes really nicely.
Get real friendly real quick, Corey.
Long, strong jab.
Nice right hand. That right hand seemed to wobble Bakoli. If there were lingering effects.
No, these aren't exchanges, Corey.
Back against the ropes. And that will do it for...
Don't pull back is what they're telling Ajagba with the up, ear him up defense. And run the big man into shots like that, but keep your range at the entire fight.
I'll tell you though, Sergio, that was a good round.
Yeah, he needs to move that upper body. He needs to get in and break that distance. He's left and right hooks to land.
Yeah, Bakoli's been where if you're Bakoli, you're just taking punches until you can land one.
That's when you know it's getting good to him.
I do think in the final 30 seconds, Martin Bakoli started to close the gap a little. Rounds. Claudia, what are you hearing?
Thank you, Corey. There were actually
He's been stopped a couple of times, but I have more questions about the right hands against the ropes. There is the six from Efe Ajagba that you saw for the first 3 rounds.
Ajagba gave him that gap. He was comfortable.
I think realizing what you were pointing out.
Saying, He's Bakoli's actually
with a huge left hook a moment ago. You don't see the movement. Just grinding Ajagba down. And those shots surging up and just trying to muscle his way to the inside.
to smother the reach on Ajagba, and that's precisely what he wants.
Down or wobble. Ajagba looked a little unsteady as he was on, and once those start flowing, that's what
Love that right hand that just gutted Ajagba, breaking him in half.
Slip to his right, jab his way in.
Use your reach, use your movement. Do not allow him to close the gap.
But he's got a Colossus in front of him, trying to keep him.
That's a beautiful shot for such a big man. And once he starts throwing that
Corkscrew right hand that Gennady Golovkin kind of made famous years. A different strategy here for Bakoli, who's now...
stay at that range.
All right, let's send it over to Claudia Trejos, who was wide. Bakoli popping the head back of it to the ropes here, now trying to fight his way off the ropes. Shot there from Bakoli. That upper stationary in the corner. He's absorbing punches down the pipe, but Bakoli just keeps...
Sideways, catch and counter. You can't get hit. Yeah, that round, Bakoli.
Pound heavyweight to use the... It's also a curious decision to kind of take the round off. In Martin Bakoli fights, and it is he's being asked to work hard. Only Ajagba offering up jabs at the moment. Almost in the fourth round, but you're probably losing it. This was the posture that was allowing.
I don't think he's quick enough to do that.
Yeah, he's looking to
started boxing, moving, getting caught. I agree, and this is where Ajagba was
the snowball was turning into an
just to land that big right hand and uppercut.
Just parking himself there against the ropes.
Triple your way in and then get to the side of Bakoli.
A little bit. There were some scary moments for
Bigger right hand.
Whose idea?
Ajagba jab, momentum shifted right back to Efe Ajagba. Was able to land shots like that because look, solidly right to the temple. Squared.
6 on my scorecard.
It's a lazy strategy by Martin Bakoli, really easily, and it just takes one shot, just like that. Tall fighter.
Maybe give himself a bit of a break, but Efe Ajagba of his in the past. It's imperative on Ajagba, just don't engage with this guy.
Punch to throw, to throw 1-2 downstairs. I never heard of that. See Bakoli staying in the middle of the ring. Right hand, you're going to be vulnerable to something punching down.
Bakoli landed his best shots, and it works as he fights. Very smart guy. And the advice... They're trash talking, and Chris Bennett...
Come on, man, stop and fight. But no, Ajagba shouldn't do that. Fighters fall for that.
Immediately producing some blood from the nose of Efe Ajagba.
He's doing bouncing on his feet, moving laterally.
Another good round in the bank for Efe Ajagba live from the wonderful... Round 7 underway, and Martin, nice right hand that connected. Jared Anderson, he was 284. That was a guy that was intent or not bothered by the fact that he's losing rounds. He's pressure up. We've seen one round of this from him.
And it's kind of like an anchor punch with that right hand.
Riyadh for weeks, training at the Mike Tyson gym. As we've been watching him, does he have the gas tank to produce?
There's an opening for a left hook for Ajagba. Left hook. I think that's an opening right now. Stopped on a dime just to counter with that right hand.
This round started off the way it showed. Martin Bakoli applying the pressure.
Every time that he feints at Bakoli or pretends to...
Nice counter right-handing for him in the 4th round. In between Martin Bakoli coming in, and that to me was as big of a...
This is easy work for Efe Ajagba right now. Just keep back, but you need to have athleticism to do this. You see Bakoli pawing at it. You like Bakoli, who's going to keep coming. He's going to take your best shot. Toes and popping that jab.
Did Noel McGaley have a long enough camp of the rah-rah speech? But Martin Bakoli, I think there's always room for the old... It doesn't take much. A little over 2 rounds to go.
Well, the body is what you got to do. So if he's...
There we go, Bakoli lands a floating left.
Every time he misses a shot, it just goes straight into that Ajagba gives you. But he is not doing that. He's taking body puncher. Start digging away at the body, taking away the leg.
Not necessarily cutting the ring off.
It's a swim without getting wet as well.
In the midst of that, too. Good body work there.
For a professional fighter, then he reminds you of a spider web. You know, to your right, you throw that right hook to get him to stop from going to the right.
There were serious questions about whether he had this in him. Little bounce in Bakoli's step.
This is the strategy.
Big shot hand over the top there.
Come to him, but Ajagba won one round, pretty much. He's a fighter that I mean, that's what I want to see Bakoli do with both hands. Bakoli.
Gotta find a way hand there from Bakoli. Scary move.
Yes, come on, man.
He lives for this, man.
Cuts in those moments, that would be a good opportunity to let those go.
Great at distance, just like that, when he has the range.
And how could he? He's been doing a lot of moving, and he's been taking shots. Silent roller, Efe Ajagba looking to be needs a knockout, but it's Ajagba.
Wide ones, and of course, it's always the short ones that count.
Taking out the clock a little bit here, not looking quite as spry.
That's how you kill the clock.
Ajagba's got in him, because I think Martin Bakoli is going to finish strong here. Ajagba standing and trading here with Bakoli, a little less from Bakoli. Ajagba in that 10th round, once he sees the light at the end of the tunnel. To produce an adverse reaction.
Hayden didn't walk backwards, but Bakoli doesn't have the legs anymore. You break you, you're moving back until you hit the ropes, then you break up, knowing that it's just 3 more minutes for a fight to end, and Ajagba's just gonna move. Just to keep his opponent off him. Another thing that clinching and rocking your opponent back does is
Nice right hand.
do something, because once that 10th round rings, the adrenaline kicks in.
The final round of this heavyweight contest. 10th and final. Largely dominated by Efe Ajagba, so 87.
I think Ajagba would have used a lot of nervous energy, and he would have been.
And now you would have to think that Efe Ajagba just back to his own knockout power. But Chris, we saw Ajagba get hurt.
Be enough, guys, because right now Ajagba knows he's comfortably ahead, and adrenaline.
Wicked counter there from
Finish
Ajagba.
line.
3 minutes.
Not even stay on his feet.
Why
Just
would he do that? Like, why would that make any sense?
he's only a beast if you come to him and stay in the same place. When you stick and move.
By Martin Bakoli to close the gap. But look at Bakoli back with a 2-punch combo. He does have a tendency to keep that chest.
He just knows that he needs to stay.
An excellent fight and the right fight based on his opponent. A very composed boxing.
Like this is a foregone conclusion. I think it might be a draw, Danny. I think they're not.
This one is indeed a draw. One judge seeing it.
Catching him coming in. Bakoli wasn't moving his upper body, and when he would land. Big right foot kept Bakoli, even when he was having success, landing was against the ropes. That's when his corner was move laterally, move around the ring. It was Ajagba that got back on the jab.